I'm back with another video. I can't believe it myself. But the last video I posted, people commented and people opened up new topics. You can also comment under this video and open up new topics. These videos are very easy for me to make, and maybe these videos will help one or two people out there. For this video, you should know I'm not a lawyer. I have nothing to do with copyrights. Nothing. Still, I've seen a lot. I've talked to a lot of people. I've worked with a lot of automotive models. I've signed a lot of contracts to the devil, to the automotive industry. So I've seen it in my contracts. I've heard it from people. I was taught every time something was handed over to me how to treat this file. So just depending on this knowledge I've got over the last 10 years, I'm creating this video right now. If you want a real opinion, I guess, you have to talk to your lawyer. Okay, let's jump into the video. Scenario. You're at home modeling a BMW M4 on your personal computer. That's great. That's fun. Great for education. All good, right? But is it legal? Actually, it is not legal. Because why would you even try to create a replica of the BMW M4? This is none of your business. You shouldn't. So it's illegal. Does anyone care? No. Does anyone even know about it? Probably not. If BMW would know about it, they would probably say, why are you telling me this? Why are you showing me this? I don't care. No one will care. So feel free to model as many cars as you want. No one cares. Do it. But now let's go a step further. You modeled your BMW M4. You rendered your BMW M4. You rendered your BMW M4 in the environment that you felt like is nice, is cool. You lit the car in a light that you thought, oh, this looks nice. Not thinking much about it, or maybe thinking a lot about it, but just on your own. It's your little hobby project. And now you posted this image on Instagram. Is this illegal? Yes. This is becoming quite illegal, actually. Why? So, as you maybe know, car brands put in a lot of money into marketing, from angles to show, light setups to show. Certain cars have certain emotions. Certain cars can only be shown in urban environments. Certain cars can only be shown in certain canyons in California or in Spain, beaches maybe. Certain cars can only be shown in certain environments, in certain light setups, in certain camera angles, in certain anything you can imagine, really. Marketing and car brands are huge teams of people, huge budgets. A lot of thought goes into marketing, all to sell this car. You know this probably. But now you came along and basically said, fuck your marketing, I'm going to do it how I want and post it on Instagram. It's just a personal render. No one cares. It got 5 likes. No one really cares. But does no one care? Now imagine there's this guy out there. He wants to buy a BMW M4 or a Mustang GT. He can't decide, should I get the BMW M4 or the Mustang GT? He is on BMW.com configuring his M4. He just can't decide. He's on Ford.com configuring his Mustang. He can't decide. He's scrolling through Instagram and your render pops up, portraying an image, an emotion that BMW never intended to portray. But now you're here portraying this emotion. You never had thought about this emotion. It never was relevant. But suddenly, this guy, maybe very subtle in his mind, thinks, oh, actually, the BMW isn't as nice as I thought, because maybe you modeled it a bit off, you know, it's not the final, the real production file. and maybe the lighting just made it look a bit funny, or he thought, actually, the Mustang is much better. So he orders the Mustang. Right there, you as a little tiny baby 3D artist created 100,000 euros of damage to BMW. Just like that. You just want to learn something, have some fun, post something on Instagram for your friends, and created 100,000 euros damage. So yes, it is illegal to render and especially post any brand. Look at this Kani. Imagine someone hates me and sees he's got Kani on his chair and now decides to not buy Kani. That's an issue. I could get sued for this right here. This is a good example. Will BMW sue you for your little post? No. Will Kani sue me for this in the background? Probably not, but a little bit more likely. Why will they not sue you? Because they have zero proof. Like, they can't track back who didn't buy a BMW thanks to you. And also, if they could, they probably won't care about this one BMW, except this keeps occurring with different people, and it's some bigger issue, then they would start suing. But in reality, I highly doubt they would sue you for this. But what might happen, the very worst case, is your post gets reported and taken down because you basically hurt the copyright or trademark of the brand BMW. This would be the worst case scenario, but I bet you could probably post BMWs all day long and nothing will happen. But just so you heard it, theoretically, it's illegal. So, it's illegal. When does this illegal actually become an issue? So, actually, there was a case. I have my PC in front of me, but no pages. There was a case that I already know for years now of Philipp Plein, who posted his Ferrari. He owns this Ferrari, posted it on Instagram. Ferrari had the impression that these posts are hurting the brand. Ferrari does not want to be connected to Philipp Plein. So they sued Philipp Plein. And as far as I know, they won. And as far as I know, they basically got so much money that a normal person would probably commit suicide. So these things do happen, but they have to be worth it to the brand. And keep in mind, you can't really fight these brands. Like, you can, but they're huge. They got all the money they need. They got all the lawyers they need. If you're in the target, they're quite likely to win. Okay. So yes, it is illegal to handle cars. When is it not illegal? Let's maybe touch these waters. It's not illegal if you have permission. So let's say I want to post my Mustang on Instagram, a real Mustang, a photo with my iPhone. That's illegal. I would have to go to Ford and ask them, can I post this on Instagram? Obviously, this is not how it will work. This is not how the world works, even though theoretically this is the right way. This can't be done this way in reality. And that's why they will not do anything about it, because what are your options? No options, not posting it. Okay, great. But you can't post it. And I know that Ford is a pretty chilled company, and they probably even support you posting their Mustang. But other brands like Ferrari, they maybe will not support it and actually have a problem with it. Also, if you start selling models, you probably already thought that it's illegal, and obviously it is illegal. So if you sell a BMW, for example, on TurboSquid, if you search BMWs or Minis on TurboSquid, you'll quickly realize they're quite hard to find because everyone got sued. So don't be that one. If I was you, I just wouldn't sell cars online. But obviously people do. So if you're in some weird country, it's hard to sue you. I'm in Germany. I can get sued very easily. So there's a lot of factors that play a role here in this topic. But I myself always keep an eye on this topic as good as I can as a non-lawyer. But it's always good to know what you're doing. Maybe another quick example. Imagine you do work for the car brand. You worked for, I don't know, any car brand. Let's just keep taking BMW as an example. You work for BMW. You made a rendering for BMW. But did you make the rendering for the BMW? BMW is a big company. Actually, BMW is a bad example now, but I'll use it anywhere anyways because BMW does a lot of stuff in-house. Let's say they booked a very, very big agency. That is very common, especially for other car brands. Like so common that they always do it. And this agency booked you. And now your rendering pops up in your portfolio on your webpage. But did BMW book you or did they book this huge agency? Does BMW want people to know that some little freelancer made their rendering? Like, what type of company is this? No, they don't. They want this huge agency to make this rendering. It's a good image, once again. But now it's on your webpage. They found out about it. They will go to the agency and say, what the fuck, boys? Why the hell does this little freelancer have our rendering in his portfolio? So you can get sued. And in this case, this is not a little lawsuit. The agency is probably going to sue you, not BMW. And they will not ask you to just take it down. They will probably tell you to cover all the costs of the lawsuit, of the lawyers, and take it down. And if you try to fight or don't do it, they will start calculating the damages you have created. And this can get very, 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 very expensive. So be very careful with portfolios. Theoretically, you can never use anything in your portfolio. You got money for it. Your rights are gone. This is gone. Everything's gone. Nothing. You don't own anything of that project except the money. Unless you had a contract that states the opposite. This is possible. But for big agencies, from my experience, I can tell you, they will just say, no, you can't use it. And that's it. You can't use it. What do you want to do? Fight them? Hit them in the face? Sue them? What you going to do? Nothing. You're just a little freelancer. So that's life. That's how it is. That's how it goes. Don't feel disencouraged. Just keep in mind what's illegal, what's legal, and try to not get sued. But if you're not a big influencer, don't get a ton of money through these things. No one will care. So do whatever you want. That's it.